The funny part is one thing I'm gonna say is gonna be true. Oh, y'all can hear
me? Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
or finding Aaron and Brock and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Who is you?
I'm Niram.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 404, y'all.
We here, y'all. Niram been getting mad at me, honey. He just don't want me to live my life.
I want you to live your life.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
He got mad at me because I was talking during the intro and the music. I didn't realize people could hear me.
That's cool. I'm just going to mute your ass.
From here on out.
Mute it.
I don't like that.
Nah. Just going to mute your ass.
Oh, my goodness. Did I say who I am?
Yes.
This is my check-in then.
This is episode 404. Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher. And follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's black with no K. What's going on, baby?
Thank y'all for hanging in there. We had to briefly take a quick pause. Everything's okay, but you know, sometimes you just got to get in your groove. So thanks for all the folks who was checking on us. Folks was like, is y'all okay? Is everything good? Honestly, I didn't think people would notice, and they'll like kind of go listen to another episode, especially with the holiday coming, but they did.
No, niggas is just on it.
And I appreciate y'all. We need that. Like I said, we would not leave the podcast without formally telling y'all. People was like, is this it? Is it over? I was like, what? No, it's not over. So again, just want to show some gratitude for y'all. Honestly, to be transparent, you know, that's the only thing we do on the show. We don't got shit to lose, honey. We are just still finding our groove. I would say, and Niram, you can maybe add to your, I don't know if you're adding to your check-in or if that's not even on your agenda, but Niram is quicker to adjust places than I am. Mm-hmm. Like, Niram's quicker to adjust, but then once I'm quicker to get roots than Niram. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, when you come to a new place, Niram act like he been here forever, do all the things. I'm the one that's like, oh my Lord, where do I go shop? But once I get in my groove, I'm in it, right? And I cake for it. But Niram sometimes have a tougher time finding the grooves, right? He keeps a little bit more superficial, because that's that Cancer energy. But I am, and it's just like, I don't know. Like, you ever been, it felt like almost like a series of unfortunate events. Like, I feel like every time I would do something like fuck shit would happen. Like, I ordered takeout, a salad, and it was like staples in my salad. Like, they were trying to kill me, like a Lifetime movie.
Oh my God.
Like, do you know, remember I showed you Neil? I was like, and Neil, nothing. Like,
I said, oh my God.
And like, what's the biggest one? So y'all, we figuring out getting our house stocked up, and for y'all may or may not have picked it up. Like, I'm a really big foodie. And not only that, but I like home goods. Like, I like plates, I like glasses, I like dishes, Tupperware. We're the type of house that if you were looking for something, like, we had it. Mm-hmm. All types of Tupperware, glass, like the good shit. Like, I'm a sucker for some Williams and Sonoma. Like, I'm the type of bitch who will pay a couple $100s for a pot. All that's being said, Niram was like, I really want a watermelon. It's going to be amazing. So we went shopping. He bought a watermelon. He came home. Then he was like, what am I supposed to put this in? And I was like, I don't know. We only got 4 pots, right? So we figured it out. I was like, you know what? I seen a dollar store around the corner. They probably got one of those oversized Tupperware containers. We'll buy one of those real quick, and we'll put it in there. And Niram was like, all right, I'll go get it. I was like, no, I need to get out the house, because Niram was like tap dancing on my motherfucking nerves. It's like, who told your ass about this big-ass watermelon? It didn't got nowhere to put it.
That's probably like the last watermelon of the year.
It's not. The watermelon season is still thriving. It's barely September.
Oh.
Anywho, I just needed to get out the house. So I was like, I'll go. Don't worry about it. So I went to the dollar store around the corner and went and got my stuff, got in the line, dollar store. So then I come out, and I think it was just the homeless guy. He like was opening the doors for people. And I had like the Tupperware and a few other things we needed for the house in my hands. And so he opened the door for me, and I walked out. Then he was like, hey. And I'm like, I know he ain't hearing me. You know, I have my headphones at all time, but no music, because I got to keep my head on a swivel. So I need to hear what's going on. I need to hear the sounds of the streets. So he's like, hey. And I turned and looked at him, and I kept walking. You stingy black bitch. Who? The fuck is he talking to?
Set up for him to come to you with the booze.
I was like, literally, I did this. Y'all hear that? Now just imagine the face I would put towards that. Like, that's the bullshit I've been running to. Who the fuck is he? First of all, sir, You're not at the doorman at Bergdorf. You are not the doorman at some Upper East West Side apartment building. You did not carry the fucking watermelon or Tupperware from the dollar store. I didn't even drive. I was gonna say to my car, to my apartment. So what the hell you expect to get? Then I had a moment where literally time froze. And I was like, so is this the day I lose my job again? I said, so am I going to be on the news? Because all I hear is cubicle warrior fights homeless man. Like beats homeless man's ass. Like that's literally the only side of the story I think that they would get. It would nothing about him calling me a black stingy bitch. None about him disrespecting me. It would literally be like cubicle warrior, fill in company blank, beats homeless person ass to gentrification. That's the headline. And I know they would fire me. It's a decent company. They probably give me a service package.
Thank you for your service.
But we can't have you whooping on homeless people asses in Brooklyn. And then, like, this is the difference. I'm talking about Detroit to Brooklyn, right? So the shit talking is equivalent. Detroit shit talking, Brooklyn shit talking is the same. But the difference is in Detroit, you got to back that shit up a little bit more than you do in Brooklyn. Mm. And I ain't saying niggas in Brooklyn don't get down, right? Because don't get me wrong, I'm borderline still gentrification, right? Like I ain't the hood. Also, I don't expect no shit like that to pop off in the hood, but that's neither here nor there. But, Nero, what would happen if give me a street, give me your favorite street in Detroit in the hood?
7 Mile.
And?
Connors.
If you went through a dollar store and somebody opened the door and you walked through it, and then they proceeded then to call that woman a black stingy bitch, what would have happened?
Oh, some hands are getting
click,
thrown.
Clack.
Some hands, some
click,
bullets,
clack,
a knife,
click, clack.
something.
And I immediately went into the Detroit mode. It's like, oh, we're fighting. And it took every restraint in my body to just walk away. I wouldn't even listen to the gospel music. And like, that's the shit. In Brooklyn, where I feel like people be cussing each other out and then go have a cup of coffee. Where I'm still recovering from the Midwest. Because, you know, we like sayings like, keep my fucking name out your mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't start no shit, won't be no shit. But out here, y'all like to start a lot of shit.
And don't be.
And throw a rock, hide your hand. And that is the difference. Especially borderline gentrification. I ain't talking about the projects. Projects might be different. I'm sure y'all go by different set of hood rules. But where I stay at,
but not gonna be.
They fucking tried near them. I almost just kept walking to Detroit. I was like, is Canada open?
We started this podcast in white ass New England though, so
I was never called a stingy black bitch in white ass New England. Y'all would know. Y'all would fucking know. Because listen, I take offense. I am black. I sometimes can be a bitch. Stingy. And I'm not stingy. Because Niram comes saying, did he call you an uppity black bitch? I was like, first of all, I don't know who you're projecting onto. Because is that what you're calling me?
No.
But I think I could receive uppity black bitch because I do think I am that sometimes. But I said, I ain't stingy. And he said it so confidently. He said it so strong that I feel like he touched me. But he didn't. You know how when somebody touch you and you look at the spot they touch you?
Yes.
That's what I did.
Oh my God.
But it was just the words and touching my spirit.
Cut you deep.
It cut me fucking deep. And I think I'm pretty fucking tough. He called me a stingy black bitch. I was so fucking I almost told you my neighborhood. I almost told you the corner I was on. I almost lit up the you might gotta edit. I almost lit up that corner. So, like, that's the groove, y'all, that I'm talking about. And that's what makes me recluse. And that's what makes me go to Trader Joe's just every 2 weeks in my car early in the morning. That's what makes me pay exorbitant prices at Whole Foods. Every time I put in Whole Food order, it's $100. I can get pickles. I can get pork shoulder. $100. Like, that's what's been making me do this. Because when I go amongst the world, they think they can do something. And then as a black woman, I know it's something to that, right? As black women, especially when we hit a particular age or we don't look a certain type of way, we either become super invisible or like hyperly. Like we cannot just tote the middle ever, right? I feel like in my life, especially the age I am now, how I look now, I'm either completely invisible or I'm the center of fucking attention. Not in a fucking good way. And like, that's the shit. Like, stingy black bitch, center fuck of attention. All the motherfuckers coming in and out this door that's tipping you, that did not tip you. Actually, your cup is empty. Why me? Why me? That's what I mean, center of attention.
Your cup is empty.
He act like it was overflowing. And then I was on Joe Budden Instagram, and he was showing a couple of people who they weren't houseless, honey. They're giving the houseless a bad name. And I shouldn't call bums houseless, right? Where one was acting like he couldn't walk and shit, and the other friend was helping him. Joe stayed on the corner long enough and showed them niggas walk away. I said, this is that shit in New York, that scam shit. I was also telling Nir, I'm like, why niggas look suspicious in New York? Y'all have to cut that out. Because you looking suspicious. Now I'm looking at you looking suspicious. I want you to know I see you. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
yes.
really. And it's not now I'm getting past the color thing. Niggas, when I say niggas, I mean all shades. White, Puerto Rican, black, Asian. All y'all look suspicious. Yeah. Like, they be real seedy in the eyes. Like, really, you know what I'm talking about? Like, what the fuck you darting all over the place for? Like, just real erratic. Yeah. Or like sitting in places you don't sit down. Get off that fire hydrant. What are you doing? Sorry, do you need help? It's a bench right there. And like, that's the shit that I don't like.
Get off that fire hydrant.
That's on. Like, it just don't make sense, right? Like, it's just like, why are you there? And my spidey sense kick in. And then Nirem tease me because I can really get to looking. You know, I'm the type, what is that? Is that France? Where when you cheers, you have to make eye contact or it's bad luck? Mm-hmm. When I feel people suspicious, I make eye contact. Look at me, Nirem, look. Bad luck. I want you to be like, so I get your full description.
Miami get crazy in eyes. Black shirt, yellow eyes.
3 teeth.
Cockabuzz.
Nigga, taco meat in his hair. Fake ass heart for Loverboy. What else? So that's just where we've been. I no lies, nothing else going on. I just needed a break. It took me a lot. I was in my feelings. New York is a lot. I have moments of high. Then on the flip side, I have some. We grown. What I call these people friends I went to brunch with, they too young to be my friends.
They're associates. They're acquaintances.
But like, not shady, because y'all know I'm sisterhood of no sisters. I just say they're not friends because they're younger, right? Like, I shouldn't say that. You can have younger friends, right? Like, they keep me spicy. So this is like the 25 group. I think 25. It's like that right at the 25 age, and they work with me. Like, they don't report into me anywhere, right? But y'all know everywhere I like to go, I like to find communities of niggas, in particular communities of black women. Y'all know I really, especially in work environments, I just trust black women. I don't know, like that's another episode. I trust black women in a work environment more than I trust black men. Black men in work environments show up like white women. That's another Cubicle Warrior episode.
A scheme that's hard set up.
They do. All the black women out there who work with black men, they mean well, but they show up as white women.
A scheme.
They want to be congratulated for all the shit. They want to take credit. They only be doing a piece of the work. They good to tell your black ass what you ain't doing. White women. Mind your fucking business. Never mind. I almost said somebody I knew.
A scheme that Todd set up.
Anywho, it was a group of like younger girls. I remember when they first got hired, and like they were navigating through, and like they just looked lost. You know, you just be like, "Come over here. Do you know what the fuck you're doing?"
No.
And they were all like, they were receptive enough to be like, "No, Nyambi, we don't." I was like, "Listen, this the plan, and we gonna do this." And so like we've always chatted and like had monthly like chats like when we're at work and all that, because they were based in New York, or when I would come to New York for work, like we would always meet up. Like they've navigated getting promoted, all that type of stuff. So it's like it's just been a cool crew of people. And so they done caught me at the door. Nyambi, you in New York, let us take you to brunch. And I'm like, oh no, baby, I've been called black bitches. I can't go out. I don't think that will be appropriate. And this is like, don't be like that, Nyambi. We want to treat you, blah, blah, blah. Come on now, please, please, please. Remember I told you they kept texting me? And I was like, all right, bitches, let's go out. You know, I'm laying out the rules. I need alcohol there. I needed to have an A rating. Because I don't know how they move, right? I'm just being upfront because I'm a woman of a certain age. And I don't got time to put my pen down. Did I tell you I was talking to some friend from New York? I'm sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. And they was like, oh my God, the food looks so good. And the roach fell from the ceiling. My God.
What?
See, this is New York shit.
What?
This is that New York shit. They was like eating a burger. And they was like, oh my God, the burger looks so good. And they like went to pick up the burger and a roach fell on their plate. I would immediately go into fasting.
Like, what do you even do?
Fast. I think I would pay for the burger.
I wouldn't.
I was like, here's the money.
I'm making a scene.
I can't be here.
Look, what the fuck? Is that a roach?
Tables?
Get the raid.
No.
Hey, look, everybody got to know.
I'm going to go.
Stop eating your food.
There's roaches in here. I'm going to Mabel mode. I'm throwing my glass of water out and I'm flipping the glass and trapping a roach. For y'all who don't know, Mabel don't like bugs. Mabel will trap a bug with her paw in a minute and low-key eat it. So I'm going in Mabel mode. I'm throwing my water out, flipping the glass over and trapping a roach and waiting to
the server.
She like, is there anything?
Yes.
Raid.
Raid. How do I report this to the health department?
So I had to make it clear to the babies because I know some of the nice little cute hot pop-ups might not get them certifications.
Or they might not even have a rating yet.
You see what I'm saying? So I was like, I need something with at least a 6-month history.
So they can have
an A.
So they can have an A.
No, we got you, Nyambi. It'll be cute. We know what you like. We know you like good shit, blah, blah, blah. So the girls invited me. I'll tell y'all where we went. We went to, I think it was called Buttermilk Channel or Channel Buttermilk. I think it was like in Fort Greene or Borum Hill or something like that. Mm-hmm. And it was cute. Like, it was nice. We ordered a little food. I got the French toast that tastes like bread pudding. I got me a few mimosas. But I knew something was up. Like, all the girls, like, some of them was eating, but some of them was like, it had like parfaits and all this. I'm like, what the fuck is... First of all, I don't come to brunch to eat yogurt and granola. You do that shit at home. You know what I can create with Trader Joe's yogurt and granola? Some magical shit. I'm coming to brunch to get, I'm going to say fucked up, but like I'm coming to eat some good shit, some rich shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like just really rich food that is not cost effective to make at home, right? Like I don't need to make all this shit for French toast for 2 pieces of toast. Anyhow. We eating, we slapping fives and all that. And they want to treat me. But, you know, my mentors have done a good job for me, right? My mentors be like, I don't need you to pay for it, like, until you make more than me. Once you make more than me, that's when we tap in, tap out. All right, so I make more, probably all of them combined. So I'm like, so I fucked around and I was like, all right, I'll take care of brunch. This dumb. What?
I should have got more.
And this dumb, I should have ordered more food. I was like, what, bitch? They was like, girl, yeah. And she put her purse on the table. I done messed up my credit card to buy this Fendi bag. I was like, hold on, bitch. So now we need to talk about financial like security. So I got to lecture her. They're like, girl, you don't, first of all, you work a good ass job. Let's start there. You work. You might not make what Nyambi make, but no, Nyambi been working 15 plus years. But you make good ass money. And if you simply probably would have waited 5 or 6 months, you could have got the fucking bag. What the fuck is you spending your money on? So we had that whole lecture. What'd you say?
Wouldn't have been this style then.
So I'm lecturing them. They hungry. Because I'm looking like, damn, they came all this way to get a granola? And mimosa.
And plus, you know, people don't know the joy of calling the credit card company and increasing your limit every 6 months.
Come on. But anywho, with the babies, and they was like, oh my God, Nyambi, thank you so much. Like, can we take you out? Like, oh, you doing it again? We're supposed to take you out. I was like, no, this is good. Y'all showed me like a new spot to come. I'm definitely coming back here. A new neighborhood. I haven't played in this neighborhood. It's cool. Like, that's what I need. I appreciate y'all because I needed to get out the house. And I don't think many people could have gotten me out in the house. So I appreciate y'all. Nyambi, come with us. We're not done.
Nyambi,
and I'm like, what am I thinking in my head now?
I'm trying to go home.
I said, oh.
I'm done.
I'm in the 35 up crew. Like, brunch is over at 12:30. I mean, 2:30. Like, I need to be heading home. Like, that was my goal. Nope. Y'all, these young bitches ran me all up and down. Williamsburg, downtown Brooklyn, Dumbo. We did a happy hour. Y'all, we was out so fucking long, we had to buy some old food. And I had to break the silence because they was fucking them drinks up. We went to this spot in downtown. I think it was Dumbo, not downtown, but in Dumbo. It's called Time Out. And it's a beautiful like rooftop bar if you're looking to get somewhere where there ain't no minimum limits. And also the drinks aren't that expensive. It was beautiful. But when I tell you they was fucking them shits up, I got 2 drinks in. I said, oh, we're going to have to order a pizza or something. We're not about to just sit here and drink rum. in 90-degree weather. Like, so we did that, and then every time I tried to leave, they came up with a different excuse. Oh, have you seen this though, Nyambi? I said, God damn it, just show me what it. I almost said what train I need to. I ain't gonna tell you what train I need to get on. Show me to this train. And I done trying to decrease my phone battery so I can get up out of there. To the point when we finally about to head home. This dumb. Ain't that Trader Joe's, Nyambi? Don't you love it? Let's go in there. What should we buy? God damn it. So they kept my monkey ass out from noon to
I love it.
What time did I get home?
Like 10. I love it.
And I'm thinking in my head. I said, so y'all young asses just walk around for hours doing really nothing.
Nothing. At all.
At the end of the night, I think my left toe hurt. I said, why is my toe hurting?
Yes, I love it. When next time you going back out with their ass?
I have no idea. Oh, that's a once a month event.
No,
because they play way too much
every weekend.
And also, what got me is they was dressed to the nines, and I was dressed for survival. And you could tell the difference because by halfway through the day they start hopping. I take that back. One of the girls had to go find some new shoes because they had heels. Because I was like, oh, they got heels on. Like, they only got about 4-5 hours. No, they come in transitionary shoes. So that was one thing that happened. Was you surprised I stayed out? I need friends my own age. Because every time I was like, let's get the Uber. Oh, it's only down the street. I said, this is a fucking mile. This is 2 miles. It ain't down the street. Am I wrong for that?
No, but to them.
And don't get me wrong, Uber and Lyft is playing in New York. But it was a group of us. Like, you split that shit. Or is that the bougie black bitch in me? I said, we about to walk from Borum Hill to downtown?
Yeah.
And they tricked my ass. Because it was
did.
stopping at little shops along the way that I like. I was like,
this is what you like.
Basically.
Nyambi, this is what you like.
And I was like, why didn't we just get... First of all, also I smell the poverty. These Brooklyn neighborhoods are not created equally. That's a different episode.
Nyambi loves to wear me and Nia ass out and her daddy going places and things of that sort.
First of all, you, Nia, and my dad always ask what the fuck I'm doing.
We're going to go do this.
Nia,
we're going to do that. So
Nia and my dad, I'm like, oh, I'm about to go do this. This step, I want to go.
So now,
every single time, I want to go.
So now, the fact that she got somebody that's willing to go to all these places, now she tired. Don't want to do it.
Don't let Niram fool you. Niram, Nia, and my father, always in my business. I'll say like, oh, I'm running out a couple errands. No. I'll be back. And I'm the type, I was like, want me to bring you something back? No, I'll bring you something back.
You like, would you like to go?
Because that's fucking manners.
And then when they be like, yeah, I'll go.
And then like, they get about 2.5 hours, then they get cranky.
Yeah, because we hungry.
We tired.
You shouldn't ask us our ass to go.
Then they come home, want to go to sleep.
No, that's not niceness. Nyambi has this thing where she even get mad at me. She's like, wait, Nira, would you like me to make some breakfast? I'm saying, yeah. I wasn't expecting you to say yes. I'm going to say yes every time. So,
but Nira never asked me.
So you either because I'm not willing to make that breakfast nor ask for it.
Nira be over here eating Mabel food when he make breakfast. I said, is that Mabel kibble?
But Nira, I'm finna make a little breakfast. Yes. I wasn't expecting you to say yes.
Because I was going to make me a little protein shake and sit my black ass down.
You shouldn't have asked me then. That's what happened on your little trips too. Now somebody done got your ass. You thought you were just doing brunch. No,
brunch is
it's
coming
a whole
home.
Fucking day trip.
Listen, all the sisterhood, no sisters know that we'll do our brunch, and low key if we going back to the same area because we took the train there. And I can't tell y'all what trains I take because you're gonna be able to pinpoint my black ass. But then since we go in the same direction, then me and sister girl be like, you want to share a lift? That's what the sisterhood, no sister over 35 say. All right then. I text you when I'm in the house. Then we text each other, be like, that'd be nice. Let's do it again in November. Oh, so that was going on. Also, Evil is Everything. Remember on Paramount? Go watch it. It's amazing. Also, thank God for Drake. Because I was sick of Kanye, old Gemini ass.
What you talking about? You didn't even listen to the album yet. You
Kanye?
didn't listen to neither album.
Okay, I have listened to Certified Lover Boy.
In this mid.
Kanye, I tried to listen to Donda because I was like, you're right. Because Niram, he got to listen to it, but I do. He was like, how can you be a hypocrite and you haven't even listened to it? Right. I was like, I really don't want to support Kanye, but I have a podcast. I probably need to listen to it at least once so I can do service. Listen, track 1 came on and it sounded like he was summoning Donda from the dead. And I was like, I'm not doing this. Donda ain't welcome in my
You
home.
gotta get past track 1.
I was like, what is
It's
this?
the intro.
I said, he's summoning her. I said, I ain't say Donda could be here. I'm like the Ouija board. No, leave, escape. So he ain't about to do no summits. And that's what I was like, you're right, Lord. It's a no. Then I went over to Drake Certified Lover Boy. I can't tell you one song on there, but I'm just glad he's not gaslighting black women. Like, how low is the bar? Drake is not gaslighting black women, so therefore he wins.
You mustn't heard the song.
What'd he say?
Drake said, she said she belongs to the streets, but the streets belong to me.
I still would take that over the summonings of Donda.
Because he summoning his mama.
And I like Donda. Donda on it. But the way Kanye keep playing, I just can't with Kanye.
Did you get past?
No. I told you. And I got them headphones on. I said, oh, hell. And I was walking again. I said, oh, no. We're not summoning the spirit of Donda in here.
She say she belongs to the streets, but the streets belong to
So do you
me.
think the opposite? So you think Kanye album is better than Drake, or you think they're both mediocre at best?
I think
Average
both
at
of them-
best.
I think both of them are mid. Kanye's album is masterful, but it's not a masterpiece.
Really? What do you mean masterful? Like just creative?
Yes, like it's masterful. The sounds, the way it's arranged, all that shit is masterful. You know, the amount of time that it takes to do that shit, and it makes the sounds and the layering and the vocals and shit like that, and the way it's arranged, that shit is masterful.
He probably would be good at doing a score with a movie where he
Is it-
don't get to talk,
Yes.
so you don't got to summon no one.
Is it a masterpiece?
No. It ain't Confessions.
No.
It ain't. What happened to the albums? What can people just release I'm showing my age. What do the people call it? A product? Or what do they call it?
What?
A project.
A classic.
No. Like, what are the kids calling? In our generation, we call them albums.
I don't know what they call
What
them.
the kids call them now?
I don't know. We used to call them CDs. before
Yeah,
that.
CDs, album, project. I'm assuming project. What do artists aim to do the projects where it's literally you hit play and at the end of the whole album you want to hit repeat? Like, can someone just bring me a no skip album? It don't even got to be 100 songs. It literally can be 12. Like, can someone bring me a no skip album? That is what the fuck I am craving. So I can put it in and go.
Yeah. I would say both of them, for me, both of them are mid. Like, both of them.
So you skipping songs.
I'm skipping songs.
Ugh,
both of them are like
I'm
a
so
strong
over that.
6 or 7.
I'm so over skipping.
And they're like strong 6 or 7 on both ends. The thing that I found it hard to do is that both of them have the similar features on there. So I'm like comparing features.
Because they both belong to the streets.
Because, for example, both of them got Jay-Z. And it's like, I like.
Jay-Z different.
But I'm just saying, though, like, both of them got Jay-Z, Lil Baby, Lil Durk.
Yeah, we could. The rest of the littles could have got, but Jay-Z, I ain't mad at him. I ain't turned down a Jay-Z feature.
I'm just saying though, like Future,
Very
like
simple flow.
all of the same features.
Yeah.
So I find myself comparing, like, I like
Jay-Z verse better on this one. Gotcha.
than other.
That's a good point though. Like also with albums, I feel like we were also in a generation where you could have albums with no features and niggas would have interludes. Like it would be a whole ass production. And then something shifted. Well, we had both, right? Because we had the remix era, but we had both. Like, do folks still like release their CDs and then they'll do the platinum edition, whatever it is, when they have the remix and then the features on it? Like, there's almost 2 versions of it.
Yeah.
I miss that a little bit.
Yeah. No. And that's the thing. Like, I think that's one of the biggest critiques about Drake is that he got so many features and
Too
it's
much.
like
He's not highlighting his skills because he's
like,
a good rapper.
And that's the thing, right? It's like it's great. Like,
Yeah,
we like you on features, but we like you on features on other people's shit.
I agree.
Like, I would say for both of them, like, I want to hear you.
I want to hear Kanye. I agree.
I want to hear Kanye. I want to hear Drake.
Yeah.
Like, not Drake and all these features. And I think in
Yeah, you're
general,
right.
since both of them got 20 plus songs, like, it's just mid because now I got to go create
What I really want.
like what I
the
really
10
want.
songs.
The 10 or so songs that I really like versus them putting all these damn songs on there together
Yeah.
and making it all these skips.
Yeah, and you could tell, like, even Kanye say it ain't right, but what's for the company and what's not for the company. That's very true. Yeah, I'm just looking for a no skip CD. Like, take me to a Usher Confessions. Even Solange, just seat at a table. Like, yeah, I'm just looking for a no skip. I'm looking for a no skip, no feature album from somebody.
Yeah.
And that, I feel like that would be hot. But I am thankful for Drake because at least calm the Kanye shit down. But Kanye killing it though. I still like I said, I'm probably listen to the album once, but I still don't think I'm in a place where I can actively give money to Kanye.
I thought you would like it with all the God references he had.
Listen, I do love God. But Kurt Franklin got a lot of CDs too. Kurt Franklin, Kiera Sheard, there's a lot of people got gospel songs that I can go ahead and support too. I'm just trying to be mindful of where I put my streams, aka my money in. And Kanye is a little bit, I don't know if tops is the word, but he trolling us. And I need him to balance out the troll a little bit for me. Where Drake, I don't feel like he's trolling as much. Yeah. The capitalism is clear.
Yes.
So at least be upfront with it.
But the thing is,
that's all. That's all.
But the thing is, both of them are signed to Universal.
I know. I am not. I think we talked about this on the podcast. Cancel culture is like not a thing anymore. But timeout is real. Timeout mean you come back, right? But I'm still on a little timeout for Kanye West.
Gotcha.
And I'm not saying I'm always going to be. Right. Eventually, I'm going to come back. Sometimes College Dropout slips in on my radio, and then I shed a tear from them days of happy Kanye. Anyway, come on, before I go too deep. You hear me happy. Y'all remember when Kanye West was just the arrogant black boy?
Yeah.
And just wore polos and was just Gucci down to the side.
Like
remember when Kanye was our cousin?
Yes.
The cousin who went to college.
The Midwest cousin who went to college and wore 2 polos.
That was a little bouge ghetto. But was amazingly creative.
Yes, very creative. But
I don't know what he is now. He the drunk uncle, honey. He the uncle in the back of the room. You know the uncle who live in the house with the grandma, but you don't go in the room with him. You just leave the food in front of the door.
Shut up.
And you talk about how great he was. But he got something wrong. But when they say something wrong, you don't know if he's on drugs or if it's mental inability or if he has a chronic illness. No one knows, but it's something wrong. But every Christmas you still got to buy him socks. Yeah, that's kind of. Every once in a while his wife come through. See, same shit. His wife would come through to eat. That's what Kim do.
Okay.
We don't know if they divorced or not.
I can't.
Oh, I'm just talking about my family. Okay. Nero. Yeah, I know y'all got family in there like that.
So while Naomi's going through all these things,
Nero's
trying
thriving.
to adjust, I'm thriving. But the other thing is that I was just thrown into a situation where I needed to thrive, though.
Ooh, okay.
Because, I'm working with different partnerships and everything like that. And it was like, oh, you got this community here.
You do. Built
but
in.
you have to, that is built in. So
and waiting for you, waiting to receive you.
Waiting to receive me and go on that sort. So I necessarily didn't have that thing. I think that the things that I'm going through is entrepreneur stuff,
nature of the beast,
yeah, just stuff that's just nature of the beast. So for example, negotiating, right? So I got this contract, very big contract, very big deal. Very excited about it. But one of the things they do or do not tell you is that when you get a contract from a company, whoever writes the contract, they're going to write it in favor for them. Always.
Colonizers gonna colonize.
Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Whoever writes the contract, that's who it's in favor of.
Yeah.
So the importance of hiring a lawyer and paying that money, in order to fight for your right, unless you actually know how to do it yourself.
Unless you're a lawyer,
is the important thing. Because if not,
it's where cheaper cost you.
And some of these contracts will have you on some death row shit.
Listen, I was gonna say Diddy.
Death row record.
Is it Suge Knight or Diddy? Which one was worse? It depends.
God, it depends. Dr. Dre left with nothing. Everything.
Dr. Dre had to pull a Nyambi. I just need my freedom.
Dr. Dre left.
He said, "I just want my name." He pulled a Tina Turner. She said, "I can have all of this. I just want my name." Come on.
Suge bullied Snoop Dogg for years until he got the No Limit. Master P said, "We ain't having that shit."
Come on, Master P. We don't put respect enough on Master P. Percy Miller.
That's what I'm saying. Tupac got killed.
Jesus.
What else you want to say?
Listen, them three. That's why I'm a cubicle warrior. That's why I don't listen. What the death row?
I'm just saying.
Well, you should. The writing was on the wall. I ain't signing with shit called death row.
At least with Diddy, you can at least live.
Yeah, Diddy, you just ain't got no money.
You ain't gonna get
Actually,
no money.
I shouldn't say that. You have no go to dollar store. You get you chopped cheese.
You know, most of them niggas went to the Lord. It's like I've been fucked over by them.
Hey, listen, don't you talk about not going to the Lord.
I'm
I
just saying.
I need to be more intimate with him. That's probably why I'm getting called all types of names.
And it just all types of lords. Shit,
Whoever free.
Loon went. I don't know where Loon went. Craig Mack was in church. Who else left?
Mace and became an excellent pastor.
All these niggas. So
But
like,
aren't all rappers really preachers?
possibly, I would say prophets.
What did Iyanla say? They're called, they're anointed, but they're not. What is it called? Consecrated.
Yes.
Yeah, so you got it in you, right? But you ain't got the pass down to say this is how you cultivate it. I agree. I would say rappers are anointed, but they're not consecrated. Come on, they better come get consecrated. Kanye trying to, honey. I don't know who.
So as an influencer and like doing this stuff, right? Influencer, athlete, things of this sort. It's very interesting to like go through these contracts where it's like, we want to support you, yada yada yada. But like you read that contract, you be like, what the fuck? Yeah. This ain't support.
No, it ain't.
It's like, oh, we're gonna give you X, Y, to Z dollars to like support your X, Y, and Z.
This is to support you.
But then I haven't got there.
Oh, okay.
But in the contract, it'd be like, we have full authorization of X, Y, Z dollars. And it's like, what the fuck? You're not supporting me then.
That's your money.
And then
they want you to go to HR. They just want you to come to Nyambi and submit whatchamacallit.
And then further down in there, it'd be like,
Request.
you are fully responsible for X, Y, and Z. And it's like, well, how the fuck I'm gonna be fully responsible for X, Y, and Z?
And not responsible.
But you still got full responsibility to dollars.
To choose.
What the fuck?
And decline what they want when they want. Then that mean that ain't my money. That's y'all money.
That's your money. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's just interesting like that, right? Or it's just like other things, right? First right of refusal. Mm-hmm. That's another one.
You need to unpack folks with that. I've never really heard that term before.
Oh, you never heard first right of refusal?
I mean, like I can contextually, but I think you can give more context around it.
So there's a couple things in contracts, right? You usually see this in like the literary world, but you see it in other places as well. So like first right of refusal is like pretty much any other project after you finish with them. Well, first things first. First right of refusal means that after your contract is over, they have the first right to like offer you another contract. Mm-hmm. And sometimes what they'll do is that they'll build in that contract already in there. So you'll say something like, after this contract is done, company X, Y, and Z has a right to extend this contract with the same terms for another year.
Okay.
So like that's first right of refusal.
Gotcha.
Like,
but that could get you muddy too.
Yes.
Like people drag their feet and shit. That get you in trouble.
But also it's like first right of dealings, meaning that if you say, for example, an influencer and you're working with brand B, and then you want to work with another brand, every deal that you get that's outside of them, you have to bring it to them, and they'll decide whether or not you can work with that company.
So on there or not.
And the thing is, they're like, oh, we'll pay for it, like we'll decide, but the timeline would be like 90 days. Like we'll let you know in 90 days whether or not you can work with that brand or if we're going to pay you to do it. And it's like, the fuck?
In creative world, that's a long time. That's years. So I mean, in corporate setting, that's not long, but I would say in creative years,
world, like,
that's long. Because even when Niram was like, oh, it's taking them like 2 months. And you know me, Cubicle Warrior, I was like, yeah, it's like whenever I get legal, and I'm not even in the creative realm. I'm just talking about like legal leaves to navigate as a Cubicle Warrior in HR. It takes HR anywhere between 3 to 6 months. I was like, legal. I was like, oh, that's normal. You was like, what? I was like, yeah, you might want to follow up on that and see if they can get it expedited. And expedited might mean a month.
Yeah. So, it's things of that sort that you have to pay for or check out for. And I think those are the things that you pay a lawyer with. The other things is like...
And also press their ass.
Yeah. Works made for hire. It's a term where pretty much they mean that anything that you do that's under contract with them that they own. And they have full of rights to everything. The trademarks, copyrights, all of that.
Colonizers gonna colonize.
And it's like, if you don't change that, a lot of people get fucked over in that.
Yeah, because what happens if it blow up and you try to do something with it, right? And I understand like a partnership, and they help get a percentage, but they, like you said, they be doing it where they own it.
Yes.
And they be like, well, here's $1.
Yeah. And
it's you're like, what the fuck? Like, that's the stuff that's slimy. It's not even the fact that folks are not willing to like give money and things of that nature, but the fact that they take every fucking thing blows my mind sometimes. Yes. Yeah.
So, like, y'all got to be careful out here.
You have
to
pay the money.
You got to pay it. And if you can't afford it, you need to talk to a lawyer that'll take a percentage of the deal because to...
Don't just go to legal Zoom.
Yes. No. God, no.
You better off going to one of them legal clinics. Go to law schools. I know sometimes law schools that have like sometimes practicums. I would rather do that than do like just a legal Zoom, especially when I would say anything over 10K? Or you think that's too...
Sure, anything over 5K.
You think in 5K? I think so too, because they start taking that chunks of money out. I think you need to invest. If you're creative and you're making anything over 5-10K, you need to invest in a lawyer or lawyer services and a good tax person.
Yes.
I would do a tax person even for a financial person. Because listen, when Uncle Sam say you owe me my fucking money and they start flipping a brick and start compounding interest,
Hell yeah.
they will take you.
They would, exactly.
They be like, you don't got the money, we'll just take you.
You would just take you.
Listen, and that's even more before. And y'all know I love financial freedom and retirement and financial planners. Like, I think everyone needs those things, but I will get an accountant before I even get a financial planner.
Yeah, because let me tell you, that tax person,
Listen.
they make a world of difference. They make a world of difference when it comes to everything. Shit, I even talked to my tax guy. He's like, yeah, go ahead and get that business, American Express.
Yeah.
He's like, you're a personal brand now, so you shouldn't be putting nothing on your personal stuff.
Yep.
Haircuts. He said, you're a personal brand. You got appearance to keep up. So your clothes, your haircuts. Hell, you want to get your teeth whitened and straightened.
Oh, I love a good tooth. And listen, it's been a minute since I've been to the dentist, y'all. I can't wait.
Your manicures, your pedicures.
Oh, I love a good straight white teeth.
And you said pretty much he said anything. Yeah. Your personal brand.
But not when they look clownish. Why do they look so bright?
Because A, they make them too white and they make them too big.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Like, I'm like, you got a pretty smile, but it's something out of place. It's like it don't match their skin or something.
Yes. So like, say you had baby chiclet teeth. And then they go ahead and put these big ass.
Who got big teeth? I was thinking that too. We stop.
So your teeth like small, like Tic Tacs.
And then you put an Anderson Paak teeth.
And then,
he got good teeth though. He got good teeth. Or Issa Rae. They both got beautiful teeth, but they're big.
And you replace those Tic Tac teeth with chiclets. So you know them chiclets. You know, Tic Tacs are like small and round and oval like.
My God.
And then you take those small and round oval and you put them square ass, white ass.
Listen, we're not teeth shaming. Pay money to get y'all teeth fits. Like, some people need to pay to get their money teeth fits. I'm just saying, you don't have to get the Supreme package.
Yeah. But overall, they're saying like.
Get your teeth fits, y'all.
He's like, you know, as things are going on, you are a personal brand. So like everything about you is about appearances and things of that sort. So you need to keep track of that. Get that A-mass, because he's like, the other thing is that since you are going to be dealing with brands, they're going to be reimbursing you on the net 30, next 60.
Yeah.
You might as well, A, have that on somebody else's money. But
Come
B,
on. Yeah, I agree.
But B, you might as well get some points for it as well.
That's true. Oh, that's really smart. I need to actually relook at my credit cards.
Yeah.
I haven't really been paying too much attention to them. Y'all know now y'all be debt free, honey. And I was mad when I came to New York. I had to put shit on it. And they would start sending me bills. This is me. I don't owe you.
Said, what the fuck?
I was like, oh, I do.
I do.
Okay, well, I get it to you by the 6th.
That's the thing.
It's been so long since I paid a credit card bill. It came to my inbox. I said, they done, what's it called? They steal your identity.
Yeah.
I said, oh shit, no, I bought that.
And that's the thing about New York. Like, it's expensive to do anything. It's expensive to travel.
Expensive to travel, expensive to eat. Like, my bills have been a little bit higher than I'm like,
Yeah.
And usually I'm a good estimator. My credit card bills came in and I double checked that shit to the point. I said, something off here.
This is some off shit here.
I said, oh, it ain't. I ordered that donut and that salad. That's the one with the staples.
So, yeah. And then the other thing is that, you know, that second round of COVID babies is coming around.
It's coming. Who got a COVID baby? Somebody's listening right now. Have a COVID. Someone needs to hear this. Go take the pregnancy test, sis. You're pregnant.
And if you're in Texas and you don't want it, you need to take it every 45 weeks.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't even have the wherewithal to talk about Texas. Don't think I'm ignoring it. It's coming. The second round of COVID babies are here.
Yes.
Everyone stop and pause. When's the last time y'all had your period?
A scheme that Todd set up.
If you just thought about it and you're like, I ain't had my period in about 2 months.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Because y'all niggas stay bored and fucking.
Congratulations.
I don't care if you're a little older too. It's about that time for them last little bit Hennessy babies to slide in.
Yeah. So
I know, baby, we need to check in another couple months because I know people got pregnant off these hurricane babies. We got some Idas and Henres coming.
Yeah, sure do.
But go ahead.
No, I have a friend that hit me up and was like, yeah. So I'm pregnant. And I was like, me. Congratulations.
Listen, we too old.
Look,
not to say nothing but congratulations.
Look, I know you just had one. That one ain't even one yet.
Yes, they are. Stop acting like you can't keep track of ages.
He is one?
Yes.
He 2?
He about to be.
Oh, he about to be 2.
Yes.
Oh.
Near, what you think a 1-year-old look like? He basically walking.
Oh.
You think this baby can walk at 7 months?
Yes.
Near, how old is you? 3 months.
You don't know what you putting that.
Near asked how old the baby. He eating ribs. How old is you? 3 months.
Hell yeah. What is
I almost
you?
said his name. He eating food.
Oh.
Near about to be 2.
Mm.
He eating food, and basically communicating. I mean, he say his couple words, but like, he's smart enough to tell you to turn the fucking television and shit. Get his shit out. You
Well,
remember when we watched him? Get my shit out.
All these kids are smart now these days. These babies smart. Put a screen in front of them.
They'll show you how to work it.
Put a whole laptop
I remember
in front of their ass.
one time he brought the screen to me because I was on the work call. He was hitting the shit like he was my manager.
Hey, bitch.
He was hitting the shit like he was my manager.
This is not working.
And we communicated without even talking. I said, "Oh, your shit ain't working. Oh, is it doing?" Then he took it and he sat down. He's like, "Thank you."
Hey, bitch, this shit not working.
And he took it to me. He ain't take it to you.
No.
What? Sexism.
Well, it's just like Mabel when she act different around you.
Oh, why you think that?
Because she do.
How Mabel act different around me?
Mabel only does all this damn barking when you around.
What do you think she's trying to do?
I don't know.
I think she's trying to
alert
protect
you and
me.
protect you.
I think she's trying to protect me. Why she ain't protecting you?
I don't know.
She said every nigga for theyself when you do. I hope he heard it. But sometimes when she gets scared, she'll run near him though. She be like, "Oh shit!" Like we in a duplex apartment. I don't know what the hell this is. And like folks upstairs will drop something, right? They cooking and it'll be loud and it echoes, right? Like they're not just being assholes. They'll literally drop something. When I tell you, Mabel jump up by my lap and run to the room with Nero. They'll be like, "Hey, big nigga, you hear that?
Something going on here.
Something going on. We ready to do this?"
I don't like this.
She getting a little better though. What would you say?
No, she ain't.
I'm looking, next week is my job to find her a daycare, a vet, and a groomer. I ain't did none of that. To the point where we're going back to Michigan for a family wedding. Lord, I'm just trying to get through this COVID. That's the last time I'm traveling this season. And I almost was lazy enough to sign up for her vet in Michigan. I'm not her vet, her groomer in Michigan to get one more good in. I still might call him, but I feel like that might be too much ripping and running because I know we're going to see family.
But you don't even like that vet.
I don't. The thing is, they don't do a bad job. Like, they don't hurt her. They don't do any of that. But they cuts is so trash.
They don't give you the haircut you want.
Her cuts, I come back, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
You should just get her even all over.
That's what I had to do for them. But I like them because they like really gentle with her. Mabel funny about her paws. Like, she never have any nits on her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can take that over me not getting the ideal haircut. Compared to some places you get the cute ass haircut, but you look at your dog fur, you're like, what the fuck? They done scraped you up. And
get her a light Caesar.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna say a nasty bob. It's winter. It's time to bring her nasty bob back.
It ain't winter yet. She's gonna be cold for a little bit.
Oh my goodness! You want to get into some quick pillow talk, Nero, before we head out?
What we got?
Well, I thought this would be your skilo. We got another hurricane, y'all.
So we had Henri. Is that the last episode we had? Henri.
Yeah. Now we got Ida ass.
Yeah, Ida, and snuck her on funky ass on up here.
Listen.
Hey, prayers to those in New Orleans.
Mississippi, Alabama, the Delta.
All of that.
I forgot I was reading something on Hotep Controversy Twitter to talk about hurricanes is really the spirit of the black people that come through. Because if you notice, it always hits the areas where the heavy slave trade was. I was like, well, that's because it's about water and destroy that shit. I was like, well, I've went on to the dark side of the internet.
Oh my God. You sure have.
But yeah, it's a rough week.
Ida ass and brought her funky ass up here.
Ida ass and went through like 15 states. I ain't never seen a hurricane go on land. Is hurricane supposed to be on water?
Ida brought her funky ass up here.
Ida walked across the United States and say, I like it here.
So yeah,
and drugged them size 11s.
So yeah, it was flooding here. It was flooding in our neighborhood, things of that sort.
What did it look like, Nero? I love how Nero described it.
So, because I had to be somewhere, and I was like, she's like, what is it? What did it look like? Is it water everywhere? And I was like, no.
Because I wasn't leaving my house. Mm-hmm.
The water went down, but what it looked like outside is if you had a very nasty ass baby, and You put that nasty ass baby in a tub.
Not a nasty ass baby.
And you know, you give them their cars, toy cars and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then you take that nasty ass baby out the tub.
And they've been
just
playing with
drain
their
it.
stuff outside.
Yes.
So you bring all the dirt.
You bring all the dirt inside. You pull the drain.
Oh
and you don't clean it, and it's just remnants of like dirt and
sand.
toy cars and everything just left all over the place.
You say cars and elephants and dogs.
Because, you know, like, imagine the streets, imagine the cars just be straight lined up, but the baby been playing with them, so now the cars turned sideways because there's so much water and they done floated off somewhere else where they need to be. That's what New York looked like. And then, like, that big ass ring around the tub.
Oh my God.
That's what New York was looking like.
The neighborhood cleaned that up though. I was impressed.
Yeah.
I don't know if the neighborhood, state of New York, I don't know who cleaned that up, but they cleaned that shit up quick. Did you see them? I think that was a fake picture, but they see that rat who was swimming in the water.
Mm-hmm.
It's my mama. You know, they got them water rats. I said, what is a water rat? I said, what is a water rat? A beaver? What do you?
It's a water rat.
She said, you be careful. They got them water rats. I said, do they got the water rats? Then my mama, ooh, it's so nasty. Just the hepatitis flowing through the streets.
Kids was playing in it. It was horrible.
Why people keep playing in that nasty ass water?
I don't know. Do they not know it got doo-doo and chemicals in it?
In disease.
Yes.
In Delta variant.
Yes. And then y'all let that get in y'all mouth.
Hell, New Jersey was on a boil water advisory. For like, they just got off of it a day or so ago. But all that to be said is global warming is real, y'all. We got to do something about this. We got to do the recycling, electric cars. We got to put money into long-term global change. Literally, both of the coasts, both of the coasts are going to be uninhabitable. Right? So the East Coast is going to be flooded. The West Coast literally been on fire for 2 months. Yeah. And it's just going to continue to get worse and worse every year till we all have to move inland. Then because some people are moving inland, we're going to do the same shit we did over and over again. Like, something has to give. We have to put money into it. Black people, I feel like we were the original recyclers of things. We need to bring this back and be swag, right? We the one who been reusing plastic bags before it got in style. Something we got to do is now separate our recycling. When our cars getting raggedy, we might need to buy an electric car. Like, it's just some things that we need to just start doing on a local level and a governmental level if we want this world to be here for our children. Because the route we going at it, Mother Nature ain't playing with y'all. Y'all think it's a coincidence? We got a fucking pandemic, all these high occurrence of natural disaster that's hard to predict and the devastation. This not normal. This is not normal.
We the virus.
Then let my mama tell it they've been playing in space and threw the pH of the earth off. I said the pH. She said, you know when they going out of space and throw the pH off? Like a vagina? Like, what are we? I said, oh
my God.
Like, I kind of get what she's saying, but I don't know if pH is the word, right? But she's like, then they playing in space? Then they throwing out shit. I said, I know.
Yeah, we got a lot of space junk out there, too.
Listen. And then Trick eating ass.
What?
Trick eating ass.
You know, somebody eating ass and somebody eating Trick's ass.
I thought he said he eat the ass, too. I hope y'all kids ain't listening.
Too late.
That's a lot. Global warming's real, y'all, and we need to step up and be more environmentally conscious. All of us do. Before we doing some shout out Friday, we just gonna wait till Friday to do it all.
Friday.
All right. Well, last story: Trick eating ass like groceries, and they eating his ass like groceries. Y'all stop kink shaming. Yeah, y'all ain't think now y'all was gonna take Trick ass. I mean, side. It was a Freudian slip. It was a Freudian slip. Why y'all kink shaming him? Why y'all assuming he don't wash his ass? I mean, there's hints
that he don't wash his ass
because, like, he's not taking care. Like, remember when people asked what he's doing to maintain his lupus or to keep his lupus under control?
Yeah, he said weed and crack.
Yep. So then, when you ask somebody how they maintain their ass after a shit, you don't think the logical answer is cleaning it, but he don't give logical answers. But then someone put receipts on all our ass and showed his episode of, like, I don't know if it was Cribs or something, when he was saying that more men need to invest in wet wipes. And beignets. I almost said beignets. That's the donut.
And bidets.
Bidets.
And he got one.
I think y'all should stop king shaming. Like, it ain't nothing.
He got to keep his ass clean anyway.
Just for yourself.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it?
I think that
Yeah, do you put your legs up sometimes?
look, if
I think y'all are kink shaming him.
if you gonna put your ass up, but make sure your ass is clean.
Yeah. Y'all real prejudice out there.
What you mean? Because
They looking at Trick and saying he don't. Everybody's observing of getting their ass ate out if they do it. Oh my god! It was, remember your episode I told you when the salt hit the tongue.
Mm-hmm. Dingleberry hit the tongue.
The thing, it fucked me up. I think when he was talking about her, when I was reviewing, I was drinking some coffee and I had to stop. I said, "Ooh," but it ain't no wrong with that. I'm glad black men are talking about what pleases them.
Yeah.
At least Trick Daddy ain't on Little Boosie, who keep coming up. Why do Little Boosie keep talking about Little Nas X? Leave both of y'all go to your corners. Both of y'all go to y'all corners, and I feel like a mom. Everybody stop touching everybody. No one touch anyone. You go over there. You go over there. Leave it alone.
I don't know why.
But one commentary I did see about the and then we can go back to the eating ass. I don't got nothing else to say about this. Stop kink shaming and mind your business in your bedroom. Is I forgot who said it, but I think it is true. As heterosexual folks, the biggest way to show our homophobia is to talk about what about the kids. Because I've been hearing a lot of people say, what am I supposed to tell my kids when I see this? What the fuck you mean? Same thing you told your kids when the kids seen you whip their mama ass. Like, what do you same thing you said when you ain't show up to their shit. Right? Like, first of all, let me be careful. But I just think it's an easy way to be like, but what do we tell the kids? You tell the kid it is a black man wearing a prosthetic stomach. I don't know, what are you? And it's a symbolic, what is it called? A metaphor iteration of like his project is equivalent to birth. Like, you teach them about styles of writing and creativity.
Yes.
Like, why is that hard?
Because they don't know how to train him.
Because they don't got the fucking words.
And the other thing,
like, that's the shit.
But there's also a frame of thought, and this is not me, but I've seen people do that, is that I don't want to talk to my kids about sex at all. Like,
yes,
a 6-year-old don't need to be talking about any type of sex, gay or straight.
And that is your business. But that ain't Lil Nas' business.
No. And yes,
nor responsibility.
Yes, and that's not his responsibility, and that's your fault for not monitoring their ass and not putting no parental controls
on the Wi-Fi,
on the Wi-Fi, iPad, or whatever.
Because last time I checked, Montero ain't on the Bop's top 10 next to Baby Shark.
No.
So how was they even getting access to it? Because never mind. I was gonna say unpresent parent.
No, but I think that is a thing, right? And I don't know. I think it's a larger thing. It's a larger conversation about religion and
yes, it's a lot of that intertwining.
This false. Yes. I don't want to say false, but like this whole thing of like moral
high ground
and all this other bullshit that don't need to come around.
I will say, Generation Z, Tide Pod babies, children born in '95 are really pushing us to think and expand ourselves when it comes to that, because it is right. Like, it's this intersection of religion, morality, respectability, politics, cultural norms that they are really forcing our culture and our people to evolve in ways that I think makes the older generation uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for my background in higher ed, because in my head, that's the generation's job. If they're not making us uncomfortable, if they ain't doing some wild shit, if I'm not saying what the hell at least once a month, Generation Z boring to me. Right? Because I imagine we did the same thing to Generation X and the ones before us. But for whatever reason, I don't know why we're pushing so hard against Generation Z. Right? Like, and I even heard some women was like, can we have anything but birth? I was like, nigga, didn't you see Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito? Like, bitch, what are you talking about? Like, what? Like, it was just even those things I'm just like, what? Like, I don't think that's what it meant.
It's a lot.
It's more to the story, though.
It's a lot. And the other thing is that, this nigga enjoys trolling niggas.
I agree. If he wasn't a singer, he definitely would be like a gossip blogger. Like, he's giving Jason Lee a run for his money.
The way he be trolling y'all.
Like, don't they see the troll?
And they just be so up in arms.
And then he literally goes and lives his life.
It's the emasculation of the black man.
What does it mean? I think it's something else than that.
It's more than that.
It's definitely more than that. Or I'm with also a school of thought. If you think your son or daughter watching like a Little Nas X or anybody who's from like a different sexual orientation is then going to shift them, you got the game fucked up. That ain't how this works. I'm gonna let you know, people just don't watch. It's not like a Red Lobster commercial. You don't watch it and be like, oh, I can go for a cheddar bay biscuit. Like, that's not how this works. Like, just so you know, it's not how you work. Let's wrap it up. I don't feel like going deep right now, but know that I think y'all reading too much into it. And stop king shaming Trick. He a pretty black man, and he deserved to get pleasure.
To submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To leave a comment about anything we talked about, head on over to the website. We got that SoundCloud, and we got that voicemail at 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember,
love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Get some groceries.